Touchback. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Stafford sliding out of the pocket. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. 2 Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
2nd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Carr now on 1st down. There's Chris Olave. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Carr now to throw. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Carr going to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We're scoreless after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Carr. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. And now Stafford's going to move him around. 2nd and 1. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Stafford now to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. To the air again, Stafford. Flushed out right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. From the 50, it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Throwing again is Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now Carr. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw his Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they work this out past the 25. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. From the 50, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Again, it's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. Tackle made by Chase Young. 2nd and 10. Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
That is caught. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
That's what we are.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That's caught. Davis Allen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
The Carr's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at one here in the fourth.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for
chart.
one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To throw, it's Carr.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second down and 5.
Throwing now is Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Carr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Here's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And now an audible here into something else.
Stafford on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing here, Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Stafford now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now Stafford.
That is intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. It's complete. Kamara.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Carr.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
And that flag accepted. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Carr to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Now Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
That's caught by Johnson.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Stafford going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay.
They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
First run now for Kyron Williams.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that #2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Stafford on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. On first down, Stafford here.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Stafford looks to throw again.
He's got room to roam.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Colby Parkinson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Allen going to audible to a different look. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Now Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now they'll change things up.
Allen now on first down.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Allen. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And again, it's Allen. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Allen now on the option right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. This is Kupp hauling in a great catch. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Stafford buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing is Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A final shot before half for Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports halftime report. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Cook following the penalty. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Allen going to change the look here. Throwing on first down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown! Davis Allen, 26 yards. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught by Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Allen going to throw. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now Allen again. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Steps away to his left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Looking to throw. Allen. Shakir holds it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Inside give to Davis, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Allen off the play fake. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford. Flush to his right. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Right at the 40. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 54 yards. And the Bills are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Eluding the pressure right. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Again, it's Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. A give. This is Cook.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Buffalo, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 16 carries, 74 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Ayuk going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They run with McCaffrey off the option. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
He's got a full head of steam.
And finally brought down at the 43. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Stafford on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
They run once more with Corum.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Corum looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Corum.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Corum.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Blake Corum. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Purdy. A short throw here to Latu. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the 1st down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Purdy will look to throw again here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stafford going to change it up here. Back to throw again. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To the air again, Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Play action. Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Stafford going to give this one to Corum, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Stafford. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Stafford, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to use his legs here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now he'll try to run with this.
And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Flushed out right.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are right back in this football game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On first down, Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And this is caught, Jennings. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Throwing here, Stafford. They'll roll him out right. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Stafford.
It's caught by Johnson.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Stafford now to throw. Flush to his right.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Stafford.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Stafford looks to throw again.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Stafford going to throw it. Johnson's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now a first down throw. Stafford escaping the pressure right.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Purdy with one final shot here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And now time to check into the action as this offense tries to see if they can put a drive together here early in this first quarter.
Already here, they'll audible to something else.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back 8. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
From the 50, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down to the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
A first run now for Kyron Williams.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing is Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They snap it to Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
Finding Williams on the check down.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either
touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his 2nd one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To throw is Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Finding Williams once more. Complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, it's Stafford. Rolling to his left. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one goes for 30 yards. On first down, Stafford here. He's got Higbee complete right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Again, it's Stafford sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Flush to his right. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Rodgers on 3rd down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Here's Stafford, escaping the pressure right.
Loose inside the 30.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. 58 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Williams. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Stafford out to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. It's a pickup of 6.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Flush to his right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Play action. Stafford.
He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
He's got a full head of steam. Breece Hall.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Hall again.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
That's trash. 56, Mike.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. The yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll look to run with Hall.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now Stafford and the Rams down 27-20, a little under 50 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. a little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
Today, from Los Angeles, California,
Stafford on first down.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Stafford.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Stafford. This is caught. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Now a first down throw. Stafford eluding the pressure right.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Steps away. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down in the yard. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
2nd and 1. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Stafford now to throw. Flushed out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Back to throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Slot man moves right.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They run. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 3rd and 5.
Now Allen. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards that time.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Evans running straight ahead.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Stafford. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake, Stafford. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Stafford going to change it up here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the red zone now, Stafford rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, he'll buy some time right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Third down and 6. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Throwing on third down. Stafford forced out to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious... Throwing on first down is Murray.
Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Murray now to throw. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now,
and now off to the races down the right side. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down at Stafford.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now, partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Williams.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kyron Williams with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Being chased out left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. To throw, it's Murray. Caught, it's Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Murray. Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
To throw is Stafford. He finds his man Johnson.
And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Johnson.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here comes 2nd down.
Stafford now to throw. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Stafford.
That's caught by Johnson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down?
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Murray. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
21 seconds to play. 2nd down now.
Murray to throw. He's got counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. That's complete to Dell.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One last throw here for Stafford.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great.
Today, from SoFi.
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Boye Mafe
Able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They'll run with Allen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Play action. Stafford. They'll roll him out right.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down from the 34-yard line. Here's second down and 3.
Now it's Stafford. Floating one, incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, Stafford here.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Let's go. Colby Parkinson.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. After the interception, here's Stafford. Flushed out right.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Stafford rolling to his right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now a carry for Allen. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Third and 19.
Stafford sliding out of the pocket.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at the...
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Straight ahead, it's Evans. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go with Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Back to throw, Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Off of play action, here's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Stafford looks to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ray. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Stafford on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Here's Stafford. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Williams.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively. 2nd and 7. And now Stafford's going to move him around.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
And now they'll shift things around.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Kyron Williams with his 7th.
It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the third quarter. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult.
And he's got it.
That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to... Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Second and 11. Stafford going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Stafford letting one go deep for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a carry for Brown. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Smith. And that one almost intercepted. But it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead it's third down. Trying the left side with Walker. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. One last throw here for Smith. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for